Good morning, everyone. In this presentation, I will be discussing the web and the internet. We will also tackle the uses of the internet, the benefits of the internet to us, the different terms or important terms when it comes to internet. Let us first define what is an internet. So, the internet is the global network of interconnected computers that communicate and share information with each other. So, ito na yung ginagamit natin to connect to other devices or to connect to other people using those devices to share information or to communicate to them. Ano? That is the internet. Global network. It means that there is a network of networks that are connected to each other. That is the internet. It allows people all over the world to send messages, to share data, to access information, and connect using various online services like websites, like email, and social media. So we can use different platforms, social media platforms, applications that is that can be used to share data, that can be used to communicate from one place to another, from one device to another. As long as you have an internet, you can connect to them. We have also here a bulleted definition of the internet, a global network of computers, a worldwide system of connected networks. Kasi sabi natin doon sa definition, global networks. So they are, the devices are connected globally through the internet. A tool for communication and information sharing, the network of networks. Sabi ko nga kanina, an internet is a network of networks. Ibig sabihin, isa siyang network na connected to another network and to another networks. They are interconnected to each other. It is also a system that connects people across the world, a source of unlimited information, a medium for online communication and collaboration, a gateway to digital knowledge and services because kumukuha tayo ng mga knowledge and nag-serve ng different services ang internet. We can communicate online, for example, using our messenger, a platform for business, for education and entertainment, di ba? We can use the internet, we can use the computer with an internet connection for business purposes, for marketing purposes, for education, di ba? We use Google Classroom para doon na ako magpo-post ng mga lesson. For entertainment, halimbawa, hindi ka napupunta doon sa mall, for example, hindi ka napupunta doon para manood ng sine. Ang gagawin mo na lang, mag-subscribe ka na lang sa mga website or sa iba't ibang platforms na nag-offer ng mga services like for entertainment, like for gaming, or for example, mga movies, and so on. So, with the use of internet, kayang-kayang gawin na lahat. Ano? The backbone of modern communication. That is the last definition here in the slide of the internet. So, siya yung communication yung pinakagamit na gamit when it comes to internet. Yan yung pinaka uses or benepisyo sa atin ng internet, yung communication. So we have here four uses of internet. This is just the general uses of the internet. Pero marami pang ibang uses ang internet. Ano? First one is for communication, for shopping, for example, in e-commerce, leisure and entertainment, exploring the world. So those are the uses of the internet. For communication, we can use email, di ba? We use email to send and receive electronic messages, di ba? We can communicate, we can send document, we can send messages through email. So, different types of file, di ba? Pwede nating ma-send gamit ang email. The next one, we have blogs. So, we can share also personal experiences or opinions online. Pero we should filter. Papasok dito yung netiquette. Ano? We should filter what are we going to post online kasi hindi lang ikaw yung makakabasa ng mga magiging post mo online. So be careful sa lahat ng sinishare online. Next is social networking sites. So we can connect and communicate with others through different social networking sites. For example, the Messenger, di ba? The Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, ngayon X, di ba? We can use them to communicate, to send information, to, for example, to watch news, di ba? So we can use social networking sites or different platforms to communicate or connect with other people. So with the use of also of the social networking sites, we can make friends, di ba? We can make friends, collaborate with other people. Next, we have chat rooms and forums. So, real-time discussions and topic-based conversations. Di ba, meron tayong mga applications na pwede tayong magkaroon ng meeting na real-time siya. Ano, real-time. Kumbaga, mga video calls or video conferencing tools na ginagamit to communicate or to have meetings na real-time, in real-time basis. We also have VoIP or the Voice over Internet Protocol, which makes or used for making video or voice calls over the internet, like the Skype, the Zoom, and so on. So that is the first use of the internet, the communication. So, sabi daw, internet provides many ways to connect and interact with people around the world. The next one, we have shopping or the e-commerce. So, users can buy and sell products or services online anytime, anywhere, di ba? 24 hours ang open yung internet. I mean, 24 hours open yung mga online platforms, yung mga e-commerce website, di ba? So, as long as you have an internet connection, you can shop online. Kahit umaga pa yan or gabi, abutin ka ng gabi, pwede ka makapag-order online or pwede ka makapag-sell ng products online. Examples are Shopee, di ba? Gamit na gamit yung Shopee, Lazada, Amazon, and eBay. But, ang advice ko lang dito kapag gumagamit kayo ng mga e-commerce or mga shopping website, be careful kayo doon sa mga sellers kasi meron tayo, di ba? Meron tayo yung expectation versus reality ng mga items sa online platform. So, meron pag nakita mo sa online platforms, parang maganda yung quality, maganda yung item, pero pag dumating sa'yo, iba yung item na darating sa'yo. So, you just check, review the store or the site bago kayo bumili ng isang product online. So, it makes shopping convenient, faster, and accessible worldwide. Di ba? Hindi ka na pupunta doon sa mall para bumili ng mga item. Online available na siya. Sa Shopee available na siya, 'di ba? Sa Lazada available na siya. Ang pinagkaiba lang sa online at doon sa physical store, pwede mong i-check yung item personally. Sa online, titingin ka lang doon sa mga reviews or i-check mo mabuti yung store kung legit ba siya or hindi. So, yeah, be careful na lang tayo sa pag-order natin sa online platform. Next one, we have the leisure and entertainment. So, with the use of the internet, we can play online games. We can play online games, and yeah, with the use of our devices, like for example, mobile devices or computer, we can play online games. We can listen to music, di ba? Kapag naboboard tayo, we can use our devices to listen to music or to download music uh, para malibang-libang naman tayo, di ba? We can read e-books or e-books. Ganyan na yung ginagawa ngayon. Nagda-download na lang mga books. Tapos, binabasa na lang gamit ang mga computers or mobile devices. We can watch movies or videos, di ba? Using the YouTube, for example, and the Netflix. So, unlike before, marami pang pumupunta sa sinihan ngayon. As long as you have an internet connection, nakasubscribe ka doon sa mga website, you can watch different movies. Marami pang choices, different genre, kahit saang bansa, merong movie doon sa mga site na yan. So, booking holidays or concert tickets, di ba? Hindi ka na pupunta doon sa mga physical stores para bumili ng tickets, di ba? Kung halimbawa manonood ka ng concert, for example, or magpapareserve ka kunwari ng isang resort, di ba? You can use the internet to book, or to buy tickets. Reading about hobbies, news, and sports, di ba? Pero may mga gumagawa pa rin naman ngayon, nanonood ng TV para makakuha ng mga news, di ba? Ng mga news, current events, or mga news about sa sports. Pero ngayon, with the use of the internet, pwede mong balik-balikan yung mga news na hindi mo napanood before. So, we can use the internet to look for the different news, the current events, or the latest updates about sa sports or sa mga nangyayari sa paligid natin. We can also catch up TV or live streaming events. So, we can use also the internet to watch live streaming events. Like for example, yung mga mahilig maglaro, di ba? Uso ngayon yung mga nagla-live stream na gamer, tapos nanonood yung mga, for example, yung mga mahilig sa games, nanonood sila ng live stream ng games. So, yung mga idols nila, pinapanood nila, gamit ang kanilang mga devices at home. Di ba? Hindi na sila pupunta doon sa specific setting or doon sa lugar kung saan naglalaro yung mga gamer or idol nila. They can just watch them using online platforms para maging updated sila sa lahat ng ginagawa ng mga nag-live stream. And the last uses of the internet is exploring the world, di ba? So with the use of the internet, we can look, we can look for other cultures or pwedeng ma-compare natin yung culture natin sa kanila or pwedeng i-apply natin yung culture nila sa buhay natin, 'di ba? So, mga example dito yung mga kabataan ngayon na mahilig manood ng mga K-drama, 'di ba? K-drama, mga anime, 'di ba? So, may mga cultures doon na napapanood ng mga kabataan ngayon, ng generation ngayon, na ina-apply nila sa buhay nila. Even though, hindi yun yung country's culture nila. For example, Filipino culture nila. So, na-apply nila because of the internet. Parang na-impluwensyahan sila na gamitin yung mga culture na yun. Para, for example, ang iba para, for example, maging maganda yung lifestyle nila or gusto lang nilang maging ganun, di ba? Online booking for travel and accommodations. So, we can use the internet. Halimbawa, pupunta ka sa abroad or other countries. You can book online, di ba? Virtual tours and digital travel experiences. Halimbawa, meron kang internet connection, meron kang computer device, mobile device, di ba? So, gusto mo pumunta ng South Korea, hindi ka na pupunta doon, di ba? Ang gagawin mo na lang, You just open the computer, search for the place you want to go, and parang nagkakaroon ka ng virtual tour doon sa lugar na yun. So that is exploring the world. Learning about different cultures, landmarks, and destination through videos, photos, and blogs, di ba? Para, for example, para hindi ka parang kung sa Bicol, di ka nali. Sa sarong lugar or sa sarong bagay sa ibang bansa, ang ginagawa mo is nanonood ka ng mga videos about doon sa country na yon. Tumitingin ka ng mga photos, yung mga landmarks nila para aware ka na doon pala to sa sa bansang ito. Ito palang Taj Mahal, doon pala to sa India, 'di ba? Para aware ka kung nasaan yung saan located or nasaan ba yung mga landmark na ito sa iba't ibang lugar, 'di ba? That is the use of the internet. Another one is encourages global awareness and digital exploration from anywhere. So kahit nasaan ka, pwede mo i-explore ang iba't ibang country. Pwede mo i-explore ang iba't ibang culture nila na pwede mo ma-compare sa culture natin or pwedeng ma-share sa culture natin and pwede rin nating ma-share yung culture natin sa kanila. That is exploring the world. So those are the uses of the internet: communication, shopping, e-commerce, leisure and entertainment, and exploring the world. Let us now move on to the benefits of the internet. So the internet provides people with unlimited access to information, communication, and services anytime and anywhere. So kahit anong oras, kahit nasaan ka man, the internet will provide access to information. You can communicate with other people. And the internet will provide any services anytime and anywhere, making it one of the most important technologies in modern life. So imagine, kung sa panahon ngayon walang internet, nasaan kaya tayo? Ano? Ano kaya ang ginagawa natin? So, ano na ba yung narating natin kung walang internet? So, let's see what are the benefits of the internet. The first one is the internet is always available. So the internet is accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, di ba? 24/7 available sa internet. Kahit nasaan ka, kahit anong oras, available ang internet, di ba? So, available yung mga store online, available yung makikipag-communicate mo sa ibang tao because of the internet. Unlike before, yung hindi pa tayo na ng internet, ang gamit lang noon is SIM card, di ba? SIM card, plus text messages. Na-experience ko pa noon na makikihiram ka pa ng cellphone para makitext sa ibang tao or doon sa kamag-anak mo. Pero ngayon, basta may cellphone ka, may internet connection ka, you can communicate to them. Ano? That is the first benefit. Unlike physical businesses, online services are open anytime, di ba? 24/7 yung mga online store, di ba? Yung Shopee, yung Lazada, and so on. Open sila 24/7. Unlike yung mga mall, ma-open sila ng 10 a.m., magsasara sila ng 10 p.m. So, hindi ka na makakabili ng mga products. Pero sa online platforms, kahit anong oras, kahit nasaan ka, you can buy and sell products. Some websites may be temporarily unavailable due to maintenance or updates, which is normal. So, siguro may mga times na hindi tayo maka-access ng isang website because, of course, kailangan nila ng maintenance and update sa kanilang mga website. Baka inaayos yung security, ina-update yung mga products, and so on. So, normal naman yun na magkaroon ng unavailability ng isang website. So that is, internet is always available. Next is, the internet offers a vast range of information. Di ba? May pa-assignment si sir, may pa-assignment si ma'am. You can use the internet to search. You can use the search engine, the web browser, and the search engine to search something about doon sa topic na ibinigay sa inyo. But be careful kayo sa mga website na pinapasok nyo. Di ba? Doon sa 10 Commandments of Computer Ethics, thou shall not use a computer to bear false witness. So, baka doon sa website na pinasukan nyo, na ginamit nyo to search something, baka mga false information. So, maaari kayong magkamali ng mga information na isasubmit ninyo kung ganun yung mangyayari. So, provides unlimited information on almost any topic. So, maglagay ka lang, for example, ng isang keyword doon sa topic na gusto mong hanapin. Lalabas na yung different suggested information. Pipili ka na lang kung alin doon yung pinakaswak or sakto doon sa hinahanap mong topic. Search engine like Google or Bing make it easy to find data using keywords. Users must evaluate sources carefully. So, yun na nga. Dapat maging meticuloso tayo sa mga websites, sa mga search engines na ginagamit natin to search something. Kasi, not all information is accurate or reliable on the internet. Meron dyan mga fake news, for example, mga false information na nakapost online. So, ang marirecommend ko lang siguro sa inyo is doon sa Google Scholar. Google Scholar. So, yun. Mga website, for example, ng DOST, Starbucks, di ba? Meron doon mga accurate information kasi dumaan sa researches bago nilagay doon sa mga site nila. Encourages responsible use and citation to avoid plagiarism. So, kung hindi sa inyo yung isang output, wag angkinin. Nandoon yung sa 10 Commandments of Computer Ethics. Thou shall not appropriate other people's intellectual output, if I'm not mistaken. So, yung hindi mo dapat angkinin yung mga bagay na hindi naman sa inyo. So, ayun. So, you should have to cite the owner of those information that you get from the internet because pwede kayong ma-accuse ng plagiarism kasi baka kinuha nyo lang sa internet tapos inangkin nyo na yung information na yan na hindi naman talaga sa inyo. So, be careful kayo sa mga ganun. Kaya nga naglalagay tayo ng mga references, sinasite natin specifically yung mga pangalan ng taong nagmamay-ari ng mga information na yan. The next one is follow netiquette or the internet etiquette when using or sharing information. So, mamaya meron tayo doon internet etiquette or the netiquette, i-discuss ko yon kung ano yung mga dapat at hindi dapat gawin when you are using the internet. So, ayan, that is the number 2. The internet offers a vast range of information. The next one is, the internet serves as a means to communicate. So, sabi ko nga kanina, doon pa lang sa uses, communication. So, yan yung pinaka malaking benepisyo sa atin ng internet, ng computer, di ba? The communication. Because without the internet, we can't communicate with other people. Or mahihirapan tayong makipag-communicate with other people. Because the internet enables instant communication with anyone, anywhere in the world. Di ba? Nasa Pilipinas tayo, nandito tayo sa Bicol, we can communicate to our relatives in other countries. Di ba? That is the third benefits of the internet. The fourth one is the internet provides access to learn about other cultures. Almost the same doon sa uses, exploring the world. So we can learn other cultures using the internet, di ba? It offers unlimited opportunities to explore and understand different cultures. So you can search online. Halimbawa, ano kaya ang culture ng ano kaya ang mga cultures ng mga Koreans, di ba? Hanapin natin sa internet, makikita natin doon and pwede tayong we can learn their culture using or by watching them kung paano ba nila in-exhibit yung culture nila doon sa country nila. Access to literature, pictures, films, and documentaries about people around the world, di ba? We can watch different documentaries about other countries para malaman natin, for example, yung history nila. Di ba? Ano ba yung history nila? For example, halimbawa, si Korea, di ba? Di ba, meron tayong South and North Korea. Paano ba yun na-divide sa dalawa? So, pwede natin makita using the internet. Pwede tayong manood ng mga documentaries using the internet. Encourages cultural awareness and global understanding. So, para maging aware tayo sa mga sa culture nila. Kasi for example, pumunta sila dito sa bansa natin, alam natin yung gagawin natin. Hindi tayo yung parang unaware kung ano ba yung ginagawa nila o ano ba yung dapat gawin natin kapag pumunta sila dito. So, that or the internet can encourage us for awareness or cultural awareness. And often free and easily available through websites and social media. Lahat ng cultures, lahat ng mga documentaries, pictures, and so on, pwede nating makita using the internet. The fifth one is information on the internet is readily updated. Di ba? Kung sa television, for example, TV or the television, mag-aantay tayo ng oras kung anong oras ba mapapanood yung news. Sa internet, always updated siya. So, nakapost lang online yung mga news, updated siya lagi. Sa television, di ba, aantay natin yung oras. Halimbawa, 6 p.m. So, 6 p.m. ka lang makakapanood ng news. Unlike sa internet, you can read or watch news anytime, anywhere. Ano? News articles and videos can be updated instantly and in real time. Social media platforms allow sharing of live updates and video streams easily. Di ba? Nung nagkaroon ng Peña Francia Festival, so nagkaroon ng live stream, di ba? Kahit hindi ka pumunta doon sa Naga City, makikita mo kung nasa ang location na ba yung imahe, yung imahe doon sa procession. So nakikita using the live video streaming application. So keeps users informed about current events as they happen, di ba? Yung mga current events na nangyayari sa paligid natin, sa politics, sa government, sa education sector, di ba? Pwede natin makita using the internet. Updated yung mga current events. And the last one, promotes timely access to global information. Yun na nga, para maging updated tayo lagi sa lahat na nangyayari sa paligid natin. So, information on an internet is readily updated. So, those are the 5 benefits of the internet. The internet is always available. The internet offers a vast range of information. The internet serves as means to communicate. The internet provides access to learn about other cultures. And information on the internet is readily updated. The next one is the internet etiquette or the netiquette, which refers to the proper and responsible behavior when using the internet. So the do's and don'ts when using the internet, or the proper way on how to use the internet. It helps ensure safety, respect, and professionalism in online communication and activities. So, kailangan natin to, yung netiquette, para alam natin yung mga dapat at hindi dapat natin gawin using the internet. Baka post lang tayo ng post online, may na-violate na pala tayo doon sa Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, di ba? So we should be careful, we should be aware, we should be responsible in posting in using the internet. Ano? So yun yung kailangan natin, to have respect, para magkaroon ng respeto sa isa't isa sa world of the internet. The first one is never give personal information. So, ito yung pinaka-importante dito sa lahat. Never give personal information. Do not share your address. Do not share your phone number. For example, the social security number, the password, or credit card details online. Iba-iba kasi yung tao sa online world. Meron dyan, nagpapanggap na mabait sa online, pero sa personal, iba yung ugali nila. So, please do not share those information. If, kung maaari nga, huwag kayo maglalagay, for example, sa Facebook, huwag kayo maglalagay ng mga personal addresses ninyo. Address talaga ninyo. So, pwede yun palitan ng ibang address para hindi masyadong visible sa mga taong nagkukommit ng cybercrime yung mga information ninyo. Even yung mga pangalan, di ba? Hindi naman required na dapat complete name. Yung pangalan mo talaga yung nakalagay doon sa Facebook. So, you can change them, di ba? Para hindi masyadong naka-post online yung mga personal information mo. So, never or do not share those things. This can be used for identity theft or fraud. So, kapag may nakapost ka dyan online, mga personal information mo, pwede kang mabiktima ng cybercrime, kagaya ng identity theft or a fraud. Diba? Gagamitin yung personal information mo sa ibang transaksyon. So, masisira pa yung pangalan mo. The next one is keep passwords private. Sharing them removes your protection. Kahit jowa mo pa yan, daig mo pag itaw ang password mo because that is what we call privacy. Account mo yan. So, daig mo pa man yan agom. So, dapat, kayo mo pag itaw ang password kasi, di ba, personally, may mga personal transaction ka man sa ibang tao na, kumbaga, sa induman itong communication. Sa induman itong pag-uulay. Sa Bicol. Gumagamit na ako ng Bicol, So, yan. Keep passwords private. Kasi kung naaraman kayo si password mo, pwedeng gamitin yan sa ibang transaction, di ba? Or, worst case ka yan, na itao mo si password mo sa sarong tao na dahil mo man bisado, or bisado mo, mabuot ngaya, or okay man niya ang ugali. Pero at the end, di ba, parang ginamit yon to do other things. Mga negative na mga bagay. May mga kinuang information, ginamit sa iyo pang blackmail. So, yan, never give your password to anyone. Never. Next is, take care when posting photos or videos. Yan. Be mindful kayo sa lahat ng pinapost nyo online. Lalong-lalo na mga pictures or mga videos ninyo. Kasi pag nakita na yun ng ibang tao, tatatak tayo sa isip nila. Lalong-lalo na kung mga pictures na indecent. Ano? Pag sinabing indecent, parang hindi ka aya-aya. So, ano ba yan? Sa, 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 sa totoong buhay ba? Ganyan ba yung ginagawa mo? Or sa online world ka lang ba ganyan? Di ba? Iko-compare ka na niya ng ibang tao. The next one is take care when posting photos or videos online. So always be mindful of what you post online, di ba? Once uploaded, it's permanent. Although you can delete it, other people saw it. Ano? Other people, for example, make a screenshot of it. So think before you post online. So when posting photos, think very carefully. Ano? Okay ba tong picture na to na i-post online? So, pag-isipan nyo mabuti. Ano? Lalong-lalo na kung mga pictures na indecent, hindi ka aya-aya, pinopost mo online. It could be used for cybercrime. Cybercrime. Different forms of cybercrime. So, yan. Meron dito. Ask yourself, would you want your parents, your teachers, or future employer to see it? Tanongin mo ang sarili mo. Gusto mo bang makita nila na ganyan yung mga post mo online? So, think of it. Pag-isipan nyo mabuti bago kayo mag-post online. Avoid sharing anything that could harm your reputation or your safety. So, be careful tayo lagi. Be careful of the photos or the videos that you are going to post online. Think very carefully. Think before you post online. Third one is spell check and proofread messages. So always check spelling and grammar before sending messages or posts. Proper writing shows respect and professionalism online. So think of the grammar. Think of the correct spelling before you post online. So mayroon tayong tinatawag na para mga basher. Kapag may mali kang nagawa online, pag nabash ka, maraming mga bad comments na ilalagay doon sa mga comment section. So always, check your spelling and read carefully of the messages that you are going to post online. Proofread. The fourth one is do not write in all capital letters. Ano ang parang implication nito? Parang there is someone who is shouting or screaming online, di ba? Parang galit, di ba? Parang capital letter lahat, parang galit yung isang tao, parang sinisigawan ka, di ba? So, avoid, do not. You can avoid, you can also not do it. Use capital letters for emphasis on certain words only. Pero kung lahat ng text doon sa post mo online naka-capital letter, iba ang parang ibig sabihin kapag meron nakabasang ibang tao. The fifth one is manage your accounts and profiles wisely. It's okay to use secondary or fake email for privacy, but keep a real account for personal or business use. You can create your, sabi nga natin, dami account, pero wag gamitin sa masamang, sa masamang way, or if you are going to commit a cybercrime or a form of cybercrime, do not use it. Next is do not send personal insults or claims. Think before posting or sending messages. Ask yourself, would I say this to face-to-face? Would I want someone to say this to me? Diba? Kaya ko ba itong gawin personal? Or harap-harapan? Kaya ko ba itong sabihin? Or kaya ko bang marinig ito sa ibang tao na sabihin sa akin face to face? So pag-isipang mabuti, ano? Avoid cyberbullying. Always be kind and respectful online. Always think that with the internet, with the computer, mas madaling matrace kung sino ang user or kung sino ang gumawa ng isang cyber crime or isang form of cyber crime. Lagi natin yung isipin. Mas madali yang matrace kasi meron tayong, di ba? Mga investigator, di ba? Investigator when it comes to cybercrime. So, madali matrace. May mga tinatawag tayong IP address na nalolocate yung device kung nasaan na siya. Pwedeng matrace kung nasaan na siya. So, be careful, Be careful lagi sa lahat ng ginagawa sa online world. 7. Stay away from spam. And the spam is the unwanted or junk emails. So, these are the links na nare-receive natin from unknown user. So, kung wala ka namang ina-expect na message, do not open them. Never click on suspicious links or attachments. It could be it could lead to phishing or other forms of cyber crime. Baka ma-virus, for example, ang computer nindo, or pag naklik mo nga si link na ito, gabos na information na nasa computer mo, makukuha ka tong nag-send sa imo. So, it could be possible na ganun yung mangyari. So, always be careful. Be careful. Shop only on secure websites. So, sabi ko kanina, maging mabusisi sa pag-order online kasi expectation versus reality. There are products that are not or that did not meet your expectation. Protects your personal and financial information from hackers or identity theft. Baka may nilawan kang website kasi yaon naman si gusto mong product. Maglaag ka ng mga personal information, pati si mga number kang cards mo, credit cards, duma na nag-start si identity theft or si hacking. So, always be careful. Doon sa mga website, may nakalagay doon S. S means secure. Ibig sabihin, that website is secure. So, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, secure. That is HTTPS. Lastly, for the netiquette is ignore pop-up windows. If there's something that pops up on your window, click X or ignore them. So, it may be contained viruses or scams. Never click links on pop-ups. Just click the close button immediately. So, those are the netiquette or the internet etiquette. So, the responsible use of the internet. Let us now move on to the important terms used on internet and the network. So there are several terms that is very important when it comes to internet and the network. Of course, definition of the internet, a global network of computers connected together to share information and resources. So a network of networks allows communication, browsing, shopping, streaming, and more. That is the internet. I already discussed this on the previous slides. We have here the local area network. As you can see here, there are 4 computers that are connected to each other. Just a few. Just a few. So small network within a limited area such as a school, home, or office. For example, doon sa computer laboratory natin, doon sa CANR, there are several computers there. So if they are connected to each other through the network, we call that a local area network because those computers are connected to each other within a classroom. Within a classroom. When we speak of the wide area network, different computers, for example, different classrooms are connected to other classroom with the local area network. So a large network that connects computers across cities, countries, or a continent. The internet is the largest one. Bakit? Because, sabi natin sa definition ng internet, global network. Ano? Interconnected computers. So that is the largest wide area network. The next one is IP address. Ano naman tong IP address? This is the unique number assigned to every computer or device on a network. So, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na once nag-commit ka ng cybercrime or form of cybercrime, you can be traced kung saang lugar ka, anong device yung ginamit mo with the IP address. So, be careful. Be careful tayo lagi. Example dito is 192.168.1. That's 1 is the IP address. If I'm not mistaken, doon sa mga PC Wi-Fi, di ba? 10.1.0.0. Kung ganon. So, kung meron kayong mga router, nandoon ito sa sticker, nakalagay yung IP address. And you can also use that to access the web page of the router that you have, for you to be able to change the setting of your Wi-Fi. Next is domain name. Domain name is the organization or the human readable name of a website that replaces an IP address. Example is the www.google.com. The other one is the URL. So the Uniform Resource Locator, also a unique combination of numbers and letters or address to find a page or file on the internet. Diba? Kapag magda-download tayo ng video sa YouTube, right-click, click copy URL. Pag pinex mo si URL, ano ang lalabas? So different combination of letters, numbers, and so on. That is unique to each object or item on the internet. Pag nilagay sa ibang address bar, sarap lang kayo na maluwas. That is the URL. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol, this is the standard rule for transferring web pages on the internet. So, it defines how messages are formatted and transmitted. So, that is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The rule for transferring web pages to the internet para makuha si sa website papunta sa internet or using the internet. Si secure naman, sabi ko kanina, pag may S, secure yung website. Encrypts data for safe online communication used in online shopping and banking. Specifically in banking, dapat laging secure yung mga website na pinapasukan natin. Web browser. So, wag malito sa web browser at search engine. Ang web browser, this is a software, an application, or a program that is used to access and view websites. Example of the web browser is, Google. This is not a Google. Google is a search engine. This is a Google Chrome, or the Chrome, Google Chrome. This is Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, and for the Mac OS, we have Safari. And there are several web browsers available. May mga countries na yun lang yung available sa kanila na web browsers. Ito na yung search engine. Ang search engine nasa loob ng web browser wherein you can Search information. Ang popular dito is the Google search, Yahoo, di ba? Ask.com and Microsoft Bing. But these are all example of a search engine, a tool that helps you find information on the internet. A website. So what is a website? For example, si Facebook. Facebook, pag may mga tig-click kang tabs or mga links, you proceed to another pages. So that is a website. But those pages are interconnected to each other. Ibig sabihin, dapat konektado yung nilalaman doon sa ginagamit mong website or doon sa topic ng isang website. So, collection of web pages stored under a one domain name. So, example dito is si Facebook. Di ba? Si Facebook, maraming kiniklik, but they are connected to each other. Topics are connected to each other. While the web pages, kapag nag-click ka, for example, sa Facebook, i-click mo si home page. O, itong home page na ito, ang upload ka ito, web page. Ano? Single page of a website. And click ka ngayon naman sa setting or sa about us. So, doon, pag nagluwas tong about us, that is a web page. Ano? A web page. So, nakuha. So, ang website is an interconnected web pages that shares the same topics. Ano? That is website and web pages. Download and upload. So, alam niyo naman na to. Pag dinownload from the computer to your device. Ano? From the computer to your device. Pag upload from your device to the internet or other storage online. Email. So, we use email, di ba? Name at cbsca.edu.ph. We use that to send information, file, pictures, and so on, other attachments. So, a method of sending messages instantly over the internet. Diba? So, sa atin, ginagamit natin is at cbsca.edu.ph. Pag sinabing PH, Philippines. Ano? And for education. For education, your organization. When we speak of the bandwidth, this is the amount of data that can be sent over a network in a certain time. So, the higher the bandwidth, the faster the internet. Ibig sabihin, ito yung binibigay sa isang device para ma-identify mo kung malakas yung internet connection mo or hindi. So, the higher the bandwidth, the faster the internet. Pero pag mababa yung bandwidth mo, mabagal yung internet mo. Ano? So, kung mahina yung internet mo, may ISP ka mo, internet service provider, pataasan nindo si bandwidth para maging mabilis ang internet connection nindo. May inabot pa kita yung range, di ba? Yung range, sarong location, hanggang saan ba, perang meters ba, maaabot si internet connection. Next is the Wi-Fi. Yan, si Wi-Fi or the wireless fidelity. So, a wireless networks or networking technology that allows computers or other devices to connect to the internet or communicate with each other without using cables or the LAN cables. Ano nila yung cables? Ito yung kulay, kumbaga sa laboratory, kulay blue na may nakalaag na RJ45. Ano? That is LAN cables ang tawag. LAN cables. So, Wi-Fi, wireless. Ano? Server. So, this is a computer that provides services, data, or resources to another computer on a network. So, as you can see here in the picture, this is the server. Ito ang nagpo-provide sa clients. Pag sinabing clients, these are the devices, individual devices that are connected to a server. So, server ang nagtataon ng internet hindi sa mga devices na ini. Ano pa pwedeng ibuo ni server? Halimbawa, they can share resources or services. Bawa, may sarong printer ka lang, connected sa server, other computers can use the printer using the server. And this is the client. Ano? Sabi ko kanina, client are the individual user of the computer with the server. So the device or computer that requests information or services from the server. So dapat connected yan sa server. Halimbawa kaniyo, ba ako nga sa server, kamo si mga clients ko. Ako sa indo nagpo-provide ng information. That is client and server. Kamo nagre-request ako ng information. You are my client, I am the server. The next one is a firewall. A firewall is a security system that protects a network from unauthorized access or a hacker. So, binablock ka ni si mga system na unauthorized sa sarong computer. Ano? A security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. Its main purpose is to protect computers or networks from unauthorized access while allowing legitimate communication. So, binablock niya para dai magkauganing hacking events. Ano? Si router, so this is an example, this is a router which is a device that connects multiple networks and directs data between them, usually used to connect your home to the internet. Sa harong nindo, di ba, meron kayong mga router, ito ang ginagamit nindo para makakonect sa internet. While the other one is a modem. So, si modem nagko-convert ng signal from the internet provider so your computer can connect to the internet. Ano ang internet provider? Sinda nagtatao sa imong internet connection. So, kino-convert ni modem si signal hali sa internet provider para makakonect ka sa internet. While the ISP or the internet service provider are the companies that provides internet access to the user. Example of those are Globe, Converge, PLDT, and Sky. While the cloud storage, from the term itself, cloud storage, this is an online platform for storing file. Example are, ang pinakagamit natin dito is the Google Drive. And we have the cybersecurity. So the practice of protecting computers, networks, and data from attacks or unauthorized access. So cybersecurity. So we use different application to make our computer or internet connection be secured. Always, So we use that. So that's all for this presentation or topic, which is about the internet and the web. So I hope you have learned something about this video, and lagi lang tandaan, always be responsible when using an internet. Always be responsible. Think before you post, think before you click. Be mindful of the things that you are doing when using the internet.